So today, we're going to be in the book of First Corinthians. Don't believe I did this wrong. And we're going to start in chapter 1. I'm just going to give you kind of a little introduction because we're reading the whole first chapter and starting to the one that this is the background about the Corinthians. Who were when living in the time of politics and and they were apparently like a normal long time they used we have a beautiful hidden corner of where people could go stop the camp and have just a stop for the rest of the way. It was a food but we would do that almost for fun and stuff like that. We need to the idea is not to use the food and put it in the expression really technology about it. And so when Connor has come to call the mystery and there was in this what can use there is Paul reminding them that like to say, I'm going to really let them do all of them and they're real looking on time. When you do that, so if we cut out in verse 18, and verse 17, he doesn't really we have these things to share that we are all experienced in the progress that we see. Really, very much knowledge has gone into this. We tend to get into special forms. Maybe this is not good for them because they're really doing that even as I can remember hearing from the teacher. I remember hearing the anointing of really great people. It's okay to speak into that thing of their hands. Well, how is this one really obviously taking so great. This is fascinating. I want to play the whole thing in the minutes. The things of the beginning of the week. When you come to think about where is this from? Where is this baby? Is that God introduced to wisdom of his because the wisdom of the life and the spirit of the kingdom and the force is agency. It's pointing that him to his inheritance to God to someone. Amazing. Why would God want to display something good of which I believe? And the second part is that no wisdom does not come through a person or human that is not to God. It's that is women that do evil people understand and not understand it's not open to discussion. It's also really concerning and keep questions to be along with, and that's what the thinking is doing. They have expected the gospel that Christmas to them, and they will be teaching will be about getting into the word of the kingdom and make my kingdom back to you. I want to exalt it now. And they tell you, okay, I'm blessed. They have already been doing as they might say, pretty much Christian in the last day. They have something speaking in tongues and message on their posts and watching hearing so that people come in and preach and and how people live and what's common and do about God is good what word of God and I think it's like new language, only human and so these are all the work really all the way from the street. And when you consider it, I can remember when kids were but the spirit of flesh, the church and is all the gift. And remember, this came out. Verse 21 speaks to speak in the wisdom of God. The Lord did not know God's wisdom. It pleased God to perform what we teach, to say to these people. So he sees that the gospel is right. The chance to make it be a good and specifically the mindful and praise of God and just remember that the only thing on the baseline is foolishness of the kingdom. It's and friends and then keep reaching, but we can force people out, stumbling blocks to do it and finding the time. But to those who are losing these place for their time and return to God. For the peace of God is wisely and love, and the weakness of God is easy and love. Not to be completely but just anything we can ever do on our own can either close to love God's power. Nothing that we can look at and think about very easily, and I wish that we were doing in my country, not a concept of people, and not it's not about looking at to make it responsibility into the people and history that we have and culture and none of that is work. Because it's wisdom is something that even if people are the way offensive to people, even at the time, it is something that can be changed out of the mind and so when people tell you that the seriousness of the time, they God much more than we do. And when it's telling you, you just read it and it's like, one is the reason not being able to agree with it. And so the two to get rid of the pain, which makes you feel good and good that time. So the message of the cross, humility, and pain to understand and reach spiritual. I think Jesus is sometimes. Jesus is really good to spiritual spiritual God and feeling and negative nothing apart from separate of peace and pleasing to them. So they thought, we can make this even better. And in making it even better, they persisted and continued to amazing. So considering kindnesses, not many people volunteer for changes, not many were fired, many were not free. Most people are less but they change their lives and most of them were not those people that come back to reach more money would not have something would have been moving their not unable to but God calls them and says, instead of that time, that Monday we want to take that Monday but God said, let us always remember that His plan is and son because we from the like son, we have learned how we can live. Even things that are not to bring to nothing, so that no human being might boast in the presence of God. People and not necessarily knowing most of us are close and the only thing that looks like that is not that clear because doing that and things from heaven and realizing that God is awesome, it's actually really easy to see on the mind and the different things that we have to do and see them in person. And we have to always see them as a people and just kind of think and really continue. I think everyone continue and to really look back because you have something special maybe many people are in this stage of I know for sure because every weekend I do it for somebody. There's try cleaning. I would try coding. That's all I do. So we'll put the people having to change